Hi there, Eric Bakker. Back to you again. We're talking about MCAS, Mast Cell Activation Syndrome. We're going to talk about foods to avoid. We've just spoken about foods to eat, so these are the ones to avoid. Basically, there's a whole lot of stuff here that you want to avoid, and you want to be careful avoiding it too, because even small amounts of these in your diet regularly, if you avoid all the other foods, is still going to create problems for you. Okay, let's start at the top of the list. So alcoholic beverages are not really a good idea with any kind of immune dysfunction. So, yeah, wine, beer, champagne, spirits, anything like that, I would avoid that all like the plague. Watch out for fermented foods. Many people think that these are great for health, but many more people are eating fermented foods now, particularly, foods like sauerkraut and kefir and yogurt and kombucha. They're all becoming quite popular. Cultured and fermented foods can really create histamine problems. So maybe with the influx of all these foods into some people's diets, it's starting to create a real problem. So let's read out the list. Kombucha, yogurt, kefir, vinegar, sauerkraut. Be careful of all these foods. They're probably best avoided for a while. Also pickles, mayonnaise, olives, any kind of foods kept in these sort of solutions need to be avoided. Bacon, salami, pepperoni, luncheon, any of these kind of meats, smoked meats, cured meats, whether it's fish or beef or any kind of meat that's been processed like this, just avoid it. Also watch out for sour foods, all right? Be very careful, like buttermilk, sour cream, avoid those as well. Dried fruits are a no-no. These are very powerful histamine stimulator for many people. So figs, prunes, raisins, dates, sultanas, currants, all of these kinds of foods. Citrus fruits also you need to avoid all citrus fruits. Over time you should be able to introduce a little bit of lime or lemon without too much problem, but just be careful because citrus can be particularly effective. Aged cheeses, even goat's cheese, you want to avoid. All nuts you want to avoid strictly. Walnuts, cashews, pecans, Brazils, all of these nuts you want to avoid. These are very powerful stimulators. Now we spoke about the eggplants, tomatoes and the spinach already, so watch out for that. Smoked fish, so just be careful. Also just be careful of the foods. There's an enzyme, DAO enzyme, that actually helps to break histamine down, and there are some foods that actually block that enzyme from working. Alcohol's a big one. Tea and coffee do this. Energy drinks and soda drinks have been implicated with blocking the DAO enzyme, so just be careful. You may want to switch your beverages over to more basic kind of beverages for a few months to see if that makes a difference. All right? So that gives you a bit of an idea on the foods to avoid when you've got a mast cell activation syndrome. Thanks for tuning in.